morning, everybody. I'm Bearded Ink, and today we are going to cover the 2022 Twitch dashboard. Now, the dashboard is one of those places that is easy to get to, but very, very difficult to navigate. There's a lot going on, and it can actually be quite confusing. So I put together this little video tutorial to help you get through the Twitch dashboard, to understand where everything is and to get the most out of it so that your streams and your community can grow and evolve over time. There's actually a lot of good things in there. There's some things you may want to avoid, but we're going to cover everything from how to get into the Twitch dashboard through the entire menu on the side there and go over every aspect of it. This is going to be a very long tutorial. If you do not want to watch it all in one setting, I have split it up into 4 parts. The links to the individual parts are going to be in the description below. And if you would rather read along, I also have a 4-part series on the blog on 1445.com. That link is also in the description below. Grab your coffee and let's get into it, because like I said, this is going to be very long and I don't want to delay any more than we have to. So let's get going here. When you first log into Twitch, you're going to be greeted with the Twitch page or your home page, whatever it is. The first thing you're going to notice is that your little icon or avatar is now up in the top right hand corner. We're going to go ahead and click that, and you're going to open up the Twitch menu. This is split into 6 parts. We're going to cover those 6 parts real quick. The first section also has your avatar in it. You can click on it to go to the settings portion of the Twitch dashboard. And then it has your username. This just verifies that you are you're logged into the right account, etc. The second section will have the channel. This takes you to your channel page, the main home page for your account. The video producer, which is a part of the Twitch dashboard under the content section, which we will cover in just a moment. And then the creator dashboard and safety sections. And the creator dashboard is one of the main entry points into the Twitch dashboard. Again, we'll get into that in just a second. The third section is your emote attribution. This is new in May of 2022. You can actually give your artist, the people that create your emotes, you can give them credit and to attribute them in your streams and on your chat. And this is where you go to do that. The fourth section has your subscriptions, your drops, and the wallet. The wallet is your online currency holder. If you buy bits and cheers, you can store them in there. You can see your balance. You can buy more. You can set up a top off. The drops, we are going to cover drops in the later part as we get to that part in the Twitch dashboard. This will just take you to your drops inventory. So any drops that you have collected, this link will take you directly there. And then the subscriptions will show you anybody that you have subscribed to, when the subscription renews, and what benefits you get from that streamer, such as sub badges and things like that. The fifth section is your settings. This is a separate part of the Twitch dashboard and one of the first ones we're actually going to cover. You see my Better Twitch TV settings here. That is from a emote add-on that I have added. You probably won't have this unless you've already enabled Better Twitch TV, which I do cover in a different tutorial. I'll put that card up when the tutorial is live, so it should show up around now. The language selector, you can pick what your native language is, and then the dark and light theme toggle will toggle between the light and dark themes on Twitch. And if you are using the light theme, you probably need to get off my page because you're very weird. I'm kidding, but no, I don't know why anybody would want to use light theme. It's very bad on the eyes. Anyway, the sixth section of the menu is just your log out, or it will turn into a login if you are not logged in. And that is your basic menu. Like I said, you've noticed there's a few different points of contact to enter the Twitch dashboard. We're going to concentrate on 2 of them for this first part. We're only going to worry about the first one, which is the main section, the settings section. What I want you to do when you get the chance is to click on the settings here in the 5th little section of the menu, and you will see that that brings us to the main settings page. Now here, you'll notice at the top, there are 7 different little links that you can click on, little tabs, if you will. Profile, Prime Gaming, Channel and Videos, Security and Privacy, Notifications, Connections, and Recommendations. You default to the profile part when you click on the settings from the main menu, and here you can change your profile picture. You can update your profile banner, and you can change your username, display name, and add a bio if you like. The important note on the username, you can change your username, but you can only do it every 60 days. And if you are to click the edit and change the username, it will tell you if that username is available. It will show you what the new URL is. But let's cover a couple things quickly. First, once you click update, you are locked into that name for 60 days until you can change it again. If you make a typo or you're trying to use letters and numbers and you pick the wrong number or whatever, and you click update, you're stuck with it. You cannot go back, and you must wait 60 days to change it again. Second thing, this will change your Twitch URL. So in this case, my robot account that we're looking at here, Robot Bearded, if I were to change this to Robot Beard or Bearded Robot or something else like that, it would change the actual address to access the page. Robot Bearded would no longer exist. So any links on your link tree or other social media profiles that go to that page will need to be changed too, because it will not forward to the new account. Basically, the old page will be deleted and the new one created in its place, and there is no cross-linking between the two. So make sure that if you do change your username, it is something that you want to do, and that you double and triple check the spelling before you click update. The display name is how you appear on Twitch. And basically, this is just custom capitalization. You cannot add spaces. You cannot make it anything else. You can't add underscores. You can't add or remove numbers or anything like that. Like, for example, if I were to try to put a space here in Robot Bearded, it wouldn't let me because that is not a part of the username. So you can only change the capitalization if you want to. It does help if you have like a multi-name, because they're all smushed together with no spaces. You can add the capitalization to help display the name better. And then your bio, you have 300 characters to tell Twitch about you, and this comes up on your about page. It's on the little tag on your user card too. Just a quick, hi, this is what I do, who I am, when I stream, etc., etc. And then finally, you can disable your Twitch account. If you disable it, it does not delete it, but it will hold your username, and you will not lose that username due to inactivity, which can happen if you don't disable the account. So if you're going to go on a long vacation, something like this, then you want to click the disable account. This is just a link to take you to that page where it will explain everything a bit more. Moving on, back at the top, we have Prime Gaming. Since Amazon does own Twitch, you can link your Amazon Prime account. If you have a Prime account, I highly recommend that you do. This will give you a few more settings. It will give you a lot of features that you otherwise wouldn't have. Especially when dealing with like the video on demand aspects and video storage. So if you have Prime Gaming, connect it. You can do that right here on the Prime Gaming. If you don't have it and you want to get an Amazon Prime account, you can do so by clicking the big yellow button. And once you do all that, this is where you will have your Prime Gaming default colors and emote types and things like that will show up here for you to select. Okay. We're going to go ahead and keep moving straight on. Channel and videos is what's up next. Now, this actually takes you to the main dashboard page. As you can see, a lot of it has changed on the left menu. We are going to cover all of this in detail later on as we go through the main dashboard. So we can kind of ignore it a little bit here, but I want to touch on it because this is also where you go to do your about you, your branding, your scheduling, and the featured content. We're not going to cover these three, brand, schedule, and featured content, right now, because I do go into depth when we get into the full settings section here later on in the tutorial. But if you want more control, again, you see this is what your at the top. This is what your About Me card will look like. This will show up on your About page, and then on the side of your video when you're offline, it shows you how many followers you have, your bio, and then any links you created. So here again, we have the username, the display name, and the bio. The same rules apply to all of these. But now, instead of the disable link account or disable account link as it is, we have our social links, and you can add up to 5 different external links right here. As you can see, I have my main account, Bearded Ink. I have a link to that Twitch account. You can also add a link to your Twitter, your Instagram, your Discord, your Linktree, whatever it is. What you would do is you would add a title. So we could just say Twitter right here. And so when you come down to the link URL, you can type that in. So we put that in, you click add, and then it shows up down below. It also shows up on the preview, as you can see here. And it does have the main accounts, Twitter, Instagram, Linktree, Discord, things like that do have their own icon. If you put your own personal website, it'll just have a default website icon. And then here you can click and drag them and change the order or edit and delete them as you see fit. And it automatically updates on here so that you can get a live preview of what everything will look like. Let's go back now to the settings here. So that was the channel and videos. Let's go to security and privacy. Now, if I am going a little fast, I'm sorry, I'm trying to get through. We have a lot to get through, and I want to keep this as compact as possible. We're already looking at over an hour, I believe. So there's a lot going on. Again, check out 1445.com for the written version of this, and we cover everything. But now we're on the security and privacy tab. And the first thing is your contact. None of this ever leaves Twitch. This doesn't even leave this page. But it is important that you keep this updated. So if you change your email address, if you change your phone number, you need to let Twitch know, especially once you become an affiliate, because this can affect your payouts and how they contact you. So your email account here, you can click on edit. You can click the little icon, icon, right? Yeah. You can click the icon to show what they have here if you don't know. And then you should get a verified email. Click the link in the email to verify that it is yours. And then the verified will show up here like it does for me. The enable additional account creation toggle is not only a mouthful, but this is important if you want to create additional accounts using the same email address. So for example, I do this with my robot account that you see here. My main account has the enable additional account creation toggle on, and then I use the same email for my main account and my robot account. Now, as a non-affiliate, you may not want a bot account at this point. I do recommend that you create one though. It will come in handy a lot later on as you grow and become an affiliate. Other things will need a bot to run, and you can use your own account to enable those features, and it makes everything a lot more organized. But if you don't want to, you don't have to, and you just leave this toggle off. The next one is your phone number. Again, you can click the eye icon to view what they have down as your phone number. You can click the pencil icon to edit it, or you can delete the phone number. Note that the email is required. Phone number is not required, and this is going to be important later on, and I'll explain that when we get to it. But having a phone number is a good backup source. So if you do have your own cell phone number, add the number in there. That way you can get notifications or get back into your account if something were to happen to your email address, and you get locked out or need to sign in quickly. You can do that with your phone number. And also, again, you can create additional accounts with your phone number instead of the email by clicking this toggle on or off here. Below this is the security section. This is where you change your password and set up two-factor authentication. Two-factor authentication is going to be like a little app on your cell phone that'll give you a 6-digit code, and then you can put that in It's an added layer of protection. So if somebody is trying to hack into your account, they would need the code generated from your cell phone app to even be able to log in and make any changes. And without that, they can't. Now, I will tell you right now, as a non-affiliate, it is not required. However, if you are growing and you plan to grow and plan to become an affiliate, two-factor authentication then becomes mandatory. So go ahead and set it up now. Just get it done. Add the extra layer of security to your account and don't worry about it. Once it's done, you're done. And you only have to use it if you log out and log back in. The privacy section down here then allows you to see who is blocked. If you have blocked users, maybe somebody was toxic in your chat and you decided to block them or ban them, they will show up here. If you clicked on the show blocked users, it will show their username and when they were blocked down here. If you don't have any, obviously, like my robot account hasn't blocked any because he doesn't go live. But this is where you can see who you have blocked, or if you want to block somebody after the stream is already over, maybe somebody contacts you offline and they're very toxic or hateful, something like that, you can enter their name in this spot here as long as you spell it right and then click the add button and they'll appear on your list. Next is the same thing. You can block whispers. Whispers are Twitch's form of a direct message, a DM or a PM. They show up in a little pop-up box, and it's basically a communication between you and that person only, and nobody else can see it. If you don't want strangers to be able to whisper you want to enable this toggle here. And then make sure that you understand Twitch defines anybody as a stranger as anyone who is not someone you follow, someone you subscribe to, one of your mods, or one of your editors. So if you have a moderator and they don't stream, so you don't follow them, and they keep messaging you through a whisper and you don't want them to, you first have to make them unmodded. They can't be a mod because they're no longer a stranger. You can block receiving gifts on channels that you don't follow. Now, most people will leave this toggle off because if you do visit some partner streamers, say, for example, and they get a lot of gifted subs, if you have this off, you can receive a gifted sub even though you don't follow that person. But if you do go and check them out once or twice a week, say, without following them, you can still receive those gifts. If you don't want to, though, you don't have to, and you can click here, and then you will only get gift subs and other gifts from channels that you do follow. Next, we have the hide the progressive gifter badge and gifts given count. So if you've been around Twitch for a while, you have seen, that somebody, they gifted 5 subs in this channel, and then below that, it'll say they have gifted a total of 150 subs or whatever their number is. If you are a person that does a lot of gift subs for other channels, but you don't want other people to know how many you have given out over the course of however long, you can enable this toggle and it will hide that portion. So it'll just say your name gifted 5 subs to this channel and then list the 5 subs that you gifted, but it won't say you have gifted 75 total to this streamer. It's just another privacy thing. Sometimes people that gift a lot of subs will get a lot of contact, a lot of whispers from people saying, hey, can you gift me one too? And that kind of thing. So this helps kind of prevent that. The last two, you can hide your subscription status in chat viewer mods. So if you are subscribed to tier 1, a tier 2, a tier 3, it will hide that fact and only give you that you are subscribed. And it won't show up in your profile or your chat card. You can hide that here. Most people leave this on because you want to celebrate what you have done for another person. So if you are a tier 3 gifter, you want that to be known. And if that is enabled on that streamer's card, it will show up. And the hide the founder badge. Now, this is a new one. I believe it started in April of 2022. The Founders Badge is a badge that is given to the first 10 people to subscribe to your channel. So from the day you hit affiliate, the first 10 people that subscribe to your channel, whether they remain subscribed or they only subscribe for 1 month, it doesn't matter. The first 10 get a special little subscribers badge that is known as the Founders Badge. And you've probably seen it around. It's a little pink badge with the first written in it. But some channels go above and beyond on their subscriber badges, and they make this specific, 1 month, 2 month, 3 month, 6 month, 9 month badges, and they are amazing. And you might want to use those badges instead. If that's the case for you, you can come here and click the Hide the Founder badge, and you will actually use the channel subscription badges instead of the Founder badge. One thing to note on that, though, as you can see, it is a either on or off, so you cannot select like a per channel basis, at least not yet. So if you're either going to hide the Founder badge on every channel, or you're going to have it on for every channel that you are a founder for. And that concludes the security and privacy. We're going to scroll back up to the top now and click on notifications. Now, the notifications of the settings is fairly self-explanatory. Notifications are your emails, your little push alerts on your cell phone, or notifications that come up on Twitch. So we have a couple things here that I want to cover real quick before we move on to the Connections tab. And that is Smart Notifications is the first thing you see here, this little toggle. I suggest that you turn it on. This enables you to only get notifications depending on what your Twitch activity is. So, for example, if you are not logged into Twitch, you have the browser closed down, and you don't have the app open on your phone, then Twitch will send the notifications to your email. If you are logged into Twitch on your phone, you'll get a push notification on your phone. And then likewise, if you are logged in and on the browser on your PC, you won't get the email or the push notification, but instead you'll actually get the little pop-up on the top right-hand corner, somebody going live or whatever on Twitch itself. This helps you get less notifications and only get the notifications where you are active on Twitch. So turn that on, and then you have your 4 drop downs. So this will be, again, what kind of notifications do you want? So the on Twitch one, we can get all notifications, or you can select which notifications you want when you're logged into Twitch. So if you only want somebody when they're live, you can click on this one. You can turn on when somebody's doing a rerun, clips, events, when all moderators, if you get a gifted sub, when your subscriber gets an email. And you can go down the list and take a look. And then at the very bottom, you'll notice receive the browser notifications for this device. So if you do log into Twitch on different browsers, you can turn it on per browser. The same thing for the email. They have the toggles. And then again, for the on mobile, you can just go through. It tells you exactly what each one of them does. So for the events, it's when an event you follow is about to begin. If someone mentions you in a chat room, it'll give you a notification, or in this case, we're on the mobile phone, it'll give you a push notification. So just go through the list and have a look at what they do, and enable or disable the ones that you don't want. And then on a per channel, anybody that you follow will have here, and then you can turn on, I don't want notifications for Bearded Ink, which you should never turn off notifications for Bearded Ink. But if you don't want them, you can turn them off here per channel. Now this will just turn off all the notifications that you have here. So if whatever I have selected up on these is what I will get on my channels that I follow. Excuse me, I don't know where that came from. But if, for example, there is like a 1 or 2 channels that you follow, you just don't want the notifications for, then you can toggle them off here. So let's go to connections. Again, I know I'm moving fast, but we got a lot to get through, boys and girls. So the connections tab. When you get to your connections tab, these are accounts outside of Twitch that can connect to Twitch for various reasons. Like we've already covered the Amazon Prime account one, that is still on here. But you have your recommended connections. So this will be like your Blizzard Battle.net, Steam account, YouTube channel, your Twitter account, Riot Games, and Ubisoft. These will never change, and you can just click the little connect button. It'll do the whole, take you to that site, do the authorization and log in, click OK, and then it'll tell you that it's connected. And then that way Twitch will be able to talk to that port, whether it be YouTube or Twitter or Steam. And this comes in handy, especially if you have a YouTube channel, a Twitter account, or a Steam account, and you want to auto post, make go live notifications on Twitter, different things like that, or use the Twitch API within these that have a talk back to Twitch. You'll need to connect, and this is where you do that. Below that are your extension connections, and some connections will require a Twitch authorization, especially if they are third party, and we will cover the extensions in more detail again later. Just know that you can disconnect them here once they are connected. And then you have other connections. These are things that are not going to always appear on this list. This list should actually be blank for you until you have some connections. So here you can see I have my streamer bot, my emote again, and then OBS. Once you connect OBS, it needs to connect, that kind of thing. So for example, if you start off with, say, Nightbot, it'll need a connection to Twitch. That'll be here. But if you decide later on to move to a better bot like streamer.bot, you can then come in here, find your Nightbot connection and disconnect it so that that connection is no longer valid. And then that way Nightbot does not have access to your account anymore. Finally, we get to the last part, and this is recommendations. Now, this for almost every user is going to remain blank as you see it here. The category feedback, channel feedback, and video feedback are things that Twitch sends to you when they want to know your experience. So if something happens on feedback on a category, for example, if Twitch is like, I wonder if the new software and development category is doing well, and they notice that your account constantly views them, they may send you a small survey. Normally, this is left to partners and those that have been affiliate for a while and are super active on the site. But it does happen that they want to know what non-affiliates and young affiliates do think. So you may end up getting those surveys and things like that. And when you get them and complete them, they will show up in this spot. But for the most part, this is going to be blank and you will never need it. Now, we're going to go back to our main page. So we're going to click on our channel. We are going to access the Twitch dashboard through the creator dashboard link on the main menu here. So let's go ahead and get started on that. All right. So once you click on creator dashboard from the drop down menu on the main page or your home page, you are going to come to the home section of the Twitch dashboard. And this page will actually disappear once you've completed your entire setup and gone live a couple of times. This page will eventually fade away. Some people have it disappear in a couple of days. Some others have it for a couple of months. It just kind of depends on how much you use the site. But once you've kind of learned everything you need to learn that this page can teach you, it goes away. And when that happens, Stream Manager here on the left will be the default when you click on Creator Dashboard, and the home will disappear. Now, if you do have home bookmarked or you type it in the URL here like it is there, it will redirect to the Stream Manager. So just know that you're not going to have to reload a bookmark or anything like that. But while we have the home dashboard, it is split into two sections. The first part here on the far right is your action items. So setup, you're going to have four things to do: setup, your about me, discovery, and go live for the first time. So you'll see here, it'll tell you different things, little cards. Here's how you set up your hardware. It'll show you what different things are. So the streaming software is, if you're streaming from a computer, you will need the software to connect the computer to Twitch. And here you need a good internet connection, and then you need a mic and a webcam, which it says they are optional. And then that will be your basic setup. And then you'll go to the About Me, and you can click on that, and it'll show you, okay, here, this is where you do your bio and your avatar picture. And once you have those, that'll be that completed. And then you can go to Discovery, and again, little cards. It's not very helpful, guys. I'm going to tell you right now, this home page isn't great. But if you've never streamed before and you don't know what's going on, it does have a little bit of information for you. But anyway, once you go live for the first time, this will all go away. And then you're left with the middle part, which is a welcome. Again, they have little cards here that kind of show you their Twitch branded stuff, like the Twitch Studio. Do not download it. You don't need it. And then it has these little things. Okay, what is Twitch? Why should you become a creator? And then at the very bottom, you're going to have these little videos and tips from the pros is what they call them. These are partnered streamers that have given a little like 2 or 3 minute video about streaming on Twitch. These do change every time you come here. It'll be a different one. I think they have like 4 or 5 that they cycle through. Again, not overly helpful, which is why this page does disappear. This is just geared towards getting you set up and live for the very first time. And then after that, Twitch kind of assumes that you know what you're doing and they leave you alone. So the main page then becomes the stream manager. Has a lot going on. As you can see, there's a lot of stuff on this page, but basically this is the page you can have open while you are live to see everything that's going on. The big black section here in the middle, this is where your live feed will be displayed. You have the activity feed here on the left. This shows you when somebody follows you, when somebody subscribes to you, when they give you bits, if you're an affiliate, if they use your channel points or anything, if they play a sound, those kind of things, it'll all show up here. Anything that anybody does to interact with your stream will appear in the activity feed. And then, of course, it has your chat. You can actually chat back here. You can say, hi, chat, and you can send it, and that'll show up on your chat. So that is there. And then your quick actions. You want to edit your stream info. Your stream info, if we can click on that and just show you, that is the title that you see. The go live notification, what you want that to say. The category is actually the category you're streaming in or the game. So you would type in, for example, we do Phasmo, and you can click on that and it'll change that. Give you tags. You have up to 5 tags you can add on your own, what language you are streaming in, and then you click on the OK at the bottom and that'll update everything for you. But there are different things that you can add to this. Now, one thing I want to point out is that the layout is dynamic and you can change it. You can change everything about this. For example, if we want our video player to be smaller, we can drag and drop and make this part bigger. We can actually click the click actions, and as you can see, they would go other places. We can move them around. We can put them down at the bottom. Whoops. And then we can resize that. So you can make it how you want to, and you'll notice up here at the top there are different layouts. Layout 1, you can rename it, you can reset it to default, you can create a new one, you can have as many different layouts as you want. But once you make a change, it is saved, and then you're good to go. So get it how you like it, and if you do make a mistake, and you're like, oh, I don't want that, just reset to default. It'll bring everything back to how it was. And you're good to go. And just make sure you click save. And then you have your layout back. But this is a great source to have open while you are streaming because you can see everything. And then again, like in the quick actions, you can add them. You can add stream markers. You can add clip points. You can add your rated channel goals. This is where you can also clear your chat history. And as you grow and become an affiliate, there will be more options like running ads and things like that. And then you just add these. So for example, we'll just add clear the chat history as a toggle. And then when we come back, it's right here. And if something were to go on in our chat, hi chat, and we don't want that, or we were doing some testing before we go live and we don't want the whole chat filled up when we go live, we can just clear the chat and it'll clear it for you. And there you go. Let's move on because there is so much in this section. All right, Insights tab. Now you'll notice now these all have little drop-down arrows. So if I click on them, I'm not leaving the page I was on. Instead, I just open up to subcategories. So Insights, the first subcategory is the channel analytics. Now, this is going to be, aside from the stream manager, the channel analytics, stream summary, and achievements. The Insights area is going to be the place where you spend most of your time on the Twitch dashboard. So the channel analytics, first time you go to it, will look like this. You will need to stream to show anything here, but basically what this is a little calendar where you can select the days or months that you want to see results for. And then once you have selected it, this will become a bar chart that will show you various things that happened during the stream for the times that you selected, including number of follows. And then once you're affiliate, it becomes more important because it also shows you your revenue, how much you made from ads, how much you made from subscribers, what time, average views, that kind of thing. It'll all be displayed here. But you do have to go live at least once to have this populated. The stream summary is a more detailed version of the channel analytics, but instead it's for the previous stream or the stream that just ended. And it will, you can see here, we have these little cards in the background. They will show you number of followers that you received from that stream, the average views, the stream duration, and then any monetization things that have happened, how many subs you got once you're an affiliate. But it not only tells you how many you got that stream, but it tells you the difference from that stream and the stream before. So, for example, this top card up here is usually the stream duration. So if you normally stream for 6 hours and suddenly this last stream you only did 4, it'll tell you did 4 hours. And then below that, it'll say minus 2 hours from previous stream. For example, if you got 5 followers in this stream, but the previous stream you only got 3, it'll say 5 followers achieved, plus 2 from previous streams. So it'll show you kind of what's going up, what's going down on a stream by stream basis. So that is good to have. It's good information. And then we have our bar chart down here that'll show up. Actually, let me pull up one for you just so you can kind of see what is going on. But as you can see here, let me bring that in. We have our bar chart with what's going on, and then the stream summary. So there you go. So average of 3 viewers for this stream. It was down 3 from the previous stream. We got 2 followers, which is 1 more than we got from the stream before. And then this category section, this is actually new in May of 2022. So it'll tell you what you're streaming in your most recent stream, the average viewers per channel. So for every channel, this Pokemon Fire Red, Leaf Green gets 174 viewers. But then it tells you other things that you can stream in if you like these games and their average viewers per channel. I highly suggest that you ignore this. It is a new feature and people are like, oh, this is great. It's going to help me get new viewers. But if you play Fire Red, Leaf Green on Pokemon, but you don't play Age of Empires, there's no point in you starting to play Age of Empires just to get a piece of this 55. Because I will tell you right now that these numbers are skewed. So while there are 174 viewers per channel, that could mean that there is one partner or one major affiliate out there that is streaming that has like 500 views and the rest of us only get 4, 5, or 6. And then, so it's not graded on a curve. It is just an average of how many channels are streaming that versus how many viewers are in each stream. They're added together, divided by the number, and that's how they get this ratio. Don't always go by it. Play what you're going to play. Play in the categories that you're going to play in and grow that way. Don't try to chase viewers, especially for games and categories that you don't want to play in. Below that, then it'll show your achievements, which we're going to get to next, and your progress on those. Your little more detailed bar chart, you can select what you want to do. So if I want to look at number of chatters per, and then it tells you the time. So this was the course of my whole stream here. This is how many chatters we had live or active at one time, how many messages were sent, etc. So you can get a more detailed breakdown. And then it'll tell you where your views came from and different information like that. This is your go live notification. How did that perform, etc., etc. So you can get all that. We'll close that back. We'll go back to our non-affiliate one here. So that'll be all populated and stuff going here once you stream for the first time. Now the achievements, You're going to spend a lot of time here as a non-affiliate because it is important to you. I'm just going to say it, that you're going to spend a lot more time looking at the numbers than is probably healthy, but that's okay. So you see here we have 4 major achievements. It begins, build a community, path to affiliate, path to partner. These are the big multi-step ones. So the it begins is just an achievement that you get for going live for the first time. When you update your category, update your stream title, explore the dashboard, which by now we have already done. If you're following along for the very first time. So all that you have left is to go live for the first time. And as soon as you go live, you'll get the it begins achievement, which is, it does nothing. None of these do anything for you. The build a community here, this will actually get you stuff, but you need 5 people chatting at the same time, and you have to reach 50 followers. Both of these are on the path to affiliate, which we'll cover in just a second. But once you have both of these, then the build a community one allows you, and you'll see right here, when you complete this achievement, it unlocks the ability to grant VIP statuses to members of your community. This is a great thing, and we will cover that when we get down into the community part, when we get to the roles, which is coming up next. I'll talk to you more about that. So once you have 50 followers and 5 people chat at the same time, which can also include you and your bot account, by the way, then you will get that and you can start granting VIP roles. The path to affiliate, the big one that everybody's going to be looking for, reach 50 followers, stream for 8 hours in the past 30 days, stream on 7 different days, and have an average of 3 viewers over that period of time. Now, one thing I want to cover real quick, this does not reset. It is not a 30-day of a month. So it doesn't go from September 1st to September 30th, and then all your numbers clear out and start over again in October. No, what's going to happen is this is a rolling 30-day period. The followers are just followers. Once you hit 50 followers, this will be completed, done. The rest of them cover a rolling 30 days. So, for example, today is July 12th. This will go all the way back to June 13th, the last 30 days. Once I hit midnight and this jumps to July 13th, this will come up to June 14th. It's always the last 30 days. It'll always roll. So it's not a reset. It doesn't start over. It just continuously the last 30 days. So as long as you meet these other requirements in that 30-day period, along with your 50 followers, you'll get the affiliate email. Same thing for partner. To get a partner, though, you have to stream for 25 hours on 12 different days, which is not hard. But instead of 3 average viewers, you need to have 75 average viewers, which is much harder, especially when you're first starting out and growing. So don't worry about the path to partner. Worry about your affiliate. Get on for 8 hours on 7 different days and get 3 viewers, 50 followers, and you'll be an affiliate. There are a lot of other achievements, as you can see. I'm just going to scroll down the list here. There are a couple that you want to pay attention to, though. Like, there are other ones, like the talk a little. That is a big one, too, because this one, once you get your VIP unlocked, the talk a little, talk to me, the chatter ones, that they increase. There's 3. You'll notice that these are set. There's 3 and then 4. So here's 200 people chatting. Once you get these achievements, though, with the talk a little and talk to me, you unlock new VIP slots. So when you first unlock the VIPs, you're only going to be able to apply 10 of them. But as you get these talk a little achievements, you get to add 5 more onto that, up to 100 VIP slots. So those are kind of important. The rest of them, some of them don't really do anything for you, but you will see down here, keep your viewers around by welcoming them to your channel. They give you little information either about what the achievement is or what you can unlock by getting that achievement. And it keeps a track. As you can see, the purple bar here underneath it shows you how close you are to the progress. And then they have the actual numbers on the side for you. But that's it for the insights section. We're going to now go to the community section. And again, as you can see, there is no change in page. It just opens up for the different sections here. The first one under community is the roles manager. And we talked a little bit about this before because we unlocked the VIP badges. There are now currently 4 roles that you can apply. And as you can see here, I only have moderator, artist, and editor. I do not have the VIP because my robot account does not have 50 followers and has not gone live to get 5 active chatters. However, once you do, you will notice there will be all 4 here. Moderators can set a timeout. They can ban users. They can run polls, and they can start and end predictions. And they can also enable slow chat, sub-only or follower-only chat, or disable those and return chat back to normal. A moderator for a busy channel is a must-have. They kind of help keep order. They welcome people in. And then you have the artist. An artist role, basically, we talked earlier about that, the artist attribution. So if you have somebody in your chat that has done emotes for you or created panels for you for your page, you can actually give them the artist role here without them having to be attributed. But the attribution is separate. That's where you select what they have done for you, which emotes they created, and then it sends them a notification. And once they say, yes, that's me, and yes, I created it, then they are credited on your chat and your channel. And anytime that emote is used anywhere across Twitch, it'll show when hovered or clicked on that they are the ones that made it. So it's kind of nice for your artists to get a little bit of recognition. That is also new as of April or May of 2022. The big one, though, is moderator and VIP. VIPs don't get a whole lot. They are a special member of your community. They don't get a lot of superpowers like a moderator. They can't change anything. They get a little badge on their name. And it's just a way to recognize specific members of your community. Hey, you're very important to me. You were one of my first 3 average viewers that helped me get affiliate. You were the one that's been here since day one. You are somebody that has helped me grow, or, whatever. You want to recognize them. Once they have the VIP status, they can ignore the slow mode chat. So if you have it set to where your chat can only respond every 10 seconds, VIPs ignore that. And VIPs can also post links, even if you have links disabled. So keep that in mind. And they can also chat without rate limits. So if you do set a limit on how long a chat can be, like the no paragraphs thing or whatever, your VIPs will ignore that. And so it's just a little extra benefit and to help recognize them. Also worth noting, you can see here, like I have my main account is a moderator, and my bot account is a moderator for my main account, and so forth. I can also add that they're the artist or an editor. Moderators cannot be a VIP, and VIPs cannot be a moderator. So if you have a moderator and you want to make them a VIP, it's one or the other, but not both. However, they can be a moderator and an editor. They can be a moderator and an artist. They can be a VIP and a moderator or an artist, but they just cannot be a VIP and a moderator because of the conflict in abilities. So make sure that you know who has what role, and then all you have to do to add one is you just click the add new, and then you can type in a username. I'll just find one of my friends here, Disney Dork, right there, and then I can make her a moderator, an artist, an editor, etc. We'll just make her, say, a moderator. And then you click save, and then now Disney, whenever she comes to my robot's live chat, which will never happen because he doesn't go live, she can help moderate that channel. One thing to note there, you did notice there is the last one of the editor. I'm just going to say this right now. Never, ever, ever, do not ever make anyone an editor of your channel. Moderation of your chat is fine. VIP status to recognize them and your artists to recognize them is great. You do not need an editor. Editors are like moderators on steroids. Okay, not only do they get to do everything a moderator can do as far as like enabling slow follower only chats, things like that, they also get their own page that is connected to your account. So basically they are logging into your back end. This gives them the ability to edit a lot of shit. They can edit your stream info. They can start a rerun from a past broadcast, even while you are live. They can run commercials once you're affiliated, and you can have commercials. They can upload videos. They can download clips in your video on demand or your VODs. They can rearrange, edit, and even delete clips, and they can set your channel clipping requirements. Basically, the only thing they cannot do is go live in your place. Now, while this may sound like a good idea, one wrong click, one accidental oops, and you lose all of your clips. You automatically unfollow half of your followers. You kick people. It doesn't take a lot, as you will see, to click a button. There isn't a whole lot of, are you sure you want to do that? Checks here on Twitch. And giving somebody that much power over your streams is never a good idea. If you want somebody that can help you, like if you change a lot of game titles, if you stream for 5 hours and you change games every hour, for example, you may not remember to change the title on your stream. Moderators and bots can do that. Okay, you don't need you don't need an editor to do that. So don't ever give anybody that much power. I don't care if they're your wife, your husband, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your mother, your sister, your uncle, your best friend of 20 years. Too much power is never a good thing, and especially when it comes to your growth and your communities. I've never seen an editor that didn't end up becoming a problem. Moderator, VIP, and artist, stick to those three and you'll be golden. Let's move on because the rant is over. We're going to go to the community and the activity roles here. The activity is probably the least useful section in the entire Twitch dashboard. There is absolutely no reason for this to exist other than you to see what's going on when you have editors in your role, to see what kind of shenanigans they're getting up to. As you can see here, the activity basically just lists what happens when you change your stream title, your category, when you go live, or when you make an edit. It will show up here. It will show who did it and what they did. That's it. So I just changed my title. You saw me earlier, changed it to Phasmo. There you go. That's it. I can't do anything with it. I can go to my page, which is pointless. That's it. Moving on. Followers list. I'm sorry. This is the activity. There's no point to it. You're never going to go there. If you do, it's by mistake, and you're going to be like, oh, yeah, I did that. I remember doing that. Okay, great. Let's move on. The followers list. The followers list basically just shows you who follows you. It does come in order. So the first person on the far right, and they do stacks of 3, and then it'll continue up. So the lowest bottom right corner is the first person who ever followed you, and on up the ranks. Now, you'll notice there are a couple things you can do here. If you hover over their card, their name becomes a link. You can click on it to go to their page. You can follow them back. If you do not follow them already, you can follow them here, and then you can click the little arrow drop down to turn on or off notifications. So if you want to know when that person goes live, boom, right here, that's where you do it. If you want to know, oh, I don't really care because I'm a robot account, I don't need to know when people are live other than whoever it is I'm following. You can change that right here without having to go to their page. And if you want to send them a little message, a little whisper, which I don't recommend you do without permission, you can do that right here. You just click on the whisper, it'll open up the thing, and then you can type in your message. and send it off. And then when they log in, they'll get a little notification that says, oh, and they got a message, and they can click it and see it and respond. And then you have your great little behind the scenes chat. First thing we're going to do is click on Video Producer. Now, you will notice there's nothing here. That's because my robot account has never gone live. Again, we can bring up our one affiliate one here to show you what this is going to look like. So let me go ahead and do that. Here it is. All right. So once you have things here, streams, and once you've gone live, the video producer is where they're going to be held. So it'll look like this. Okay. But before you go live, you won't have anything here. There will be nothing. The video producer is basically a way for you to control what is kept on after you end your stream. So with the video producer, you have to have at least one video, and then you're going to click on it. It'll show you, you'll see here, it's got a little thumbnail. It'll show you the title that you used, the date, and how long you streamed for, how many active viewers you have, and then the type. There are past broadcasts, and if you're an affiliate, you can actually upload videos. As you can see here, there's the upload option. The non-affiliate does not have that option. So once you're an affiliate, you can upload, and then that type will be here, whether it was a broadcast or an upload. And you can make a highlight of the video here, and I'll explain highlights in just a moment. Or you can click the three little tabs here, and we have a lot of options here. The first one is to edit. We can edit the entire VOD. The video on demand is what that stands for, so the VOD. You can add it to a collection. You can download the video, which does take quite a while. It has to process, and the longer the video, the longer the process before it even becomes available to download. Again, you have the highlight option once again. You can watch it, or you can export it to a service. So when you have YouTube connected, you can actually upload the VOD directly to YouTube. And then you can unpublish it if you don't want people to be able to find it and see it, and you can delete it. So what happens then when you click on highlight or on edit? If you click on it, you'll see it brings us up to a bigger thumbnail. We can actually play the video right here. It is muted by default. You can add a description. You can change the title. You can change the category, the language, and see who has permissions to see it. So if you want like only your subscribers to have access to a video, a lot of affiliates have like a subscriber only night, so them and their subs will have access to this video. But once the VOD is up, it's open to everybody unless you come in here and change it to subscribers only. You can change the thumbnail if you like, that displays behind the video player. And then it gives you the URL to this video, so you can take it and post it wherever you would like. And then, of course, save your changes when you're done. You'll notice at the top, we have our different buttons that we can do. We can unpublish it, share it, again, add it to a collection, which we're going to cover in just a second, export it back to YouTube or download it. And then the highlight section. The highlight is real quick. I'll show you. It does autoplay. It is muted by default. But what happens is you have a slider here that you can edit how long you can cut sections out. So like I have my starting soon screen at the beginning of every video. I may want to cut that out and say we'll start it after that scene is changed to the game screen. And then something I don't want, I rate out at the end of every video. Maybe I don't want that in the VOD, so we can, close that down. Whatever, you can edit, you can clip, you can delete sections, you can make it the full length, you can zoom it in. Basic, super basic video editing tools right here built into Twitch. To be honest, I don't use them a whole lot. I either upload it right directly to YouTube, or I download it to my hard drive and edit it in my professional video editing software. But for those of you that may not have that software, or the want to, or the desire to learn a whole new program, there are basics right here for you. And then once you have a highlight, you can publish the highlight. Highlights stay forever. which is important, and I'll cover that in just a moment. Highlights stay forever, and then the VODs do not. So if you want to create a highlight, do so. The collections. A collection is basically a way to organize and categorize your videos. So if you do, let's say, for example, you stream Fortnite and Dead by Daylight and Fall Guys, right? And maybe you do one each day, and not, you don't have like a multi-stream. So on Mondays you do Dead by Daylight, and Tuesdays you do Fortnite, and Thursdays is when you do Fall Guys. You can come in here and actually make a collection for just those videos. So I want a Fall Guys, and I'll create the collection. And then, so here we go. We have it. We can describe it. This is Fall Guys Plays. Save that. We can add videos here. This is not an upload. It's adding existing videos. So once you go live, you will have that option. As you can see, I have no videos because I haven't gone live. But what happens is once you have that collection, and we'll refresh the page to show you, there's the Fall Guys. I can add my videos to this, and then I can give out the URL for this playlist right here and only show just that playlist. So only videos with Fall Guys in it, or like in this one, the best headshots, or I can make one. You can make a collection for anything. You can have it be for days of the week, by month. You can have it by category or by tag, or just, hey, this is weird crap that I streamed earlier that you may have missed. It doesn't matter what you call it. And there is no limit. As far as I've been able to tell, I've made up to 35, I think, categories on one account. I don't know if there is an upper limit, but you probably won't reach it because I didn't, and I don't see a need to make that many. But if you do reach a limit, let me know in the comments below so that I can update this and make sure that people know that there is a limit. But so far, I haven't found one. But basically, it's just a way to organize your collection. Now, notice I told you that the VODs do disappear and the highlights do not. VODs, the video on demand, the VODs only last for 14 days unless you're a Twitch partner. So affiliates, I'm talking to you too. Twitch partners can have their VODs stored up to 60 days. That's 2 months worth of videos compared to 2 weeks that everybody else gets. However, there is a way around that. Connect your Amazon Prime account or the Twitch Turbo, if you still do Twitch Turbo, which if you do, say hi in the comments because I want to get a count. My last count was 4. But Amazon Prime, once you've linked that account, you automatically get to store your VODs up to 60 days as well. Whether you're a non-affiliate, an affiliate, a partner, it doesn't matter. If you have an Amazon account, you get the same perk of storage as Twitch partners do. Another reason to connect that account. Also, the Twitch Turbo, they also have that ability as well. The videos that you put in here, in your collections, your VODs, if you will, once you put your VOD in a collection, it doesn't mean it stays there forever. It's still subject to the 14 days or the 60 days. Once the VOD is deleted from Twitch, it will also be deleted from your collection. Clips and highlights do not ever get deleted. So if you want to keep a short section, a clip, or a bigger section, a highlight, you can have those stick around basically forever. You do have to edit them, give them a name, and then store them with the video producer or the clips manager, which we're going to cover next. But once you've done that, those will be around forever. But the actual VOD from the entire stream will go away. How long depends on your connection and your status. So let's move on to the clips section now, the content and the clips. Here we have 2 sections at the top, clips of your channel and clips you've created. It defaults to the clips that you have created. Now this would be clips of your channel or any channel. Any clip that you have created will be shown right in here. You can also do clips of my channel, and this will only show clips that are of your channel, regardless of who made them. So any clip that has ever been made from your channel will be displayed here. And we'll look here because I do want to show you what that looks like. So here we have clips that I've created, and it'll show you the name that you gave it, what channel it was on, the category of that channel that was playing, so whatever game they were playing, when it was created approximately, not an exact time and date, just how many days ago it was, and how many views it has received. If you are to click on it, you'll see it opens up a little mini player where you can watch the clip, you can change the title, and then you get a little bit more detailed information, like it was created on this day exactly, and it is exactly this long. You still don't have like the time of day it was created, but that really doesn't matter. You can moderate it. If you click on the moderator, you can, whoever, be careful with this, because whoever created it, and here you are, me, clips I've created, so this isn't going to work, but you can time out or ban the user, or you can delete all clips from that entire video, which is quite powerful. So try to stay away from that, because, for example, here was one I created 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I got 9 clips from one video. And if I were to come in here and click delete all clips from that video, all 9 of those would be gone. Whether you look at them or not, they're gone. And once they're gone, they're gone. You'd have to go back to that VOD, if it's still around, and recreate the clip again. So be very careful with that. Again, you can delete them individually, you can share them, or you can watch them on the clips page, which is where it would save. The same place would go here as if you were to click on the link here that shows up on the video player. So the clips of my channel then is the same thing. It's just clips of your channel though, regardless of who created them, whether it was you or a viewer. So here's one that was created by a viewer, and then, it gives you the same information, the title, but you notice you have to go into the moderate to change titles and things like that, unlike a VOD where you do it right on the player. So same thing. You can also search for a specific clip by category. So if I wanted, I was playing Phasmo. Do I have any clips from when I played Phasmo? I sure do. So there's 4 of them. These are ones that I created. You can go by channel. Is there one, say, Dave's Retro Basement? Make sure you follow Dave, and you can click on those and then find ones of that channel that you have created. The clips of your channel, you can only do it by category, obviously, because they're your channel, so it doesn't need that. But that's a way to search for specific clips or a range of clips if you want to do like a montage for YouTube or whatever. One thing I want you to point out, over the last 3 sections, you have probably noticed that there is this copyright claims manager notification in the right hand side of the page, especially on Video Producer and on the clips, because it deals with the sections of the videos that are actually viewable by the public. The copyright claims manager is where you would go if this ever changes from you have 0 to you have 1 or 2 or 3. You don't want a copyright claim. One thing I want to point out, and I don't have any here, but on the Video Producer tab, you may see, like if you go to one of your things, it may say muted. It'll show muted, and then there will be sections of your video that are muted, and that is because there is a Twitch algorithm that checks every VOD for copyrighted content. And if it finds a match based on tone, duration, or name for something that's found online, normally it's things found on YouTube, it will go ahead and flag that section and just mute it so that you don't get a copyright claim. You can go in and say, hey, that's not what your bot thought it was. Some human will look at it and go, yeah, you're right, and they'll unmute it for you. That is not the same as a copyright claim. So if you see muted here, it's not really a big deal unless it is copyrighted material, and then you need to correct that in future broadcasts. Because if you do get 3 copyright strikes, you can be demonetized. If you're not monetized, such as you with a non-affiliate, you can have your account terminated. So be careful of that. You don't want to do anything to put your income or your enjoyment of streaming at jeopardy. The worst thing to do is to use copyrighted material that you don't own the rights to. If that were to happen on accident, which it does happen sometimes, you're playing a game or something happens in the background and your microphone picks it up. So just like a Disney movie, for example, is a big one. They're big sticklers for their stuff, so be careful with the Disney products. That copyright claim comes through. There's a lot of stuff that they have to verify, and I'll cover that in the final section. But once they have done that and it's been verified, it will show up here. You also get an email with all the information about it, of course, and then you can fight it or agree to it. And all of the information for that will be shown here. You shouldn't ever really get a copyrights claim unless you are dealing specifically with a branded item and using it without permission. You will notice, I want to take you to my page real quick just to show you all it takes. So if we go to my channel, we go to my about page, okay, and then go down to my panels here. I have DMCA proof. Now these are links and thank yous to everybody for whose music I use with their permission. Of course, you still need to get their permission. Most of the time they'll say, oh, just link back to me or just, shout me out, something like that. Some of them can be done in chat with like a bot. But I have it as a panel, so everybody knows this is where you go if you want to use the same music that I do. And then that's it. I'm covered. So if they ever make a claim, I can go, yeah, right here, I have their permission. They said, and then I have a screenshot of the page where their permission was granted and their requirements, such as a link back to their site or to their specific music file. There it is. I have met those agreements, and then I win that copyright challenge. So that's that. But hopefully you never really have to deal with that. And we'll go back here to the claims manager now. As long as you just be aware of what you're doing. You know what I mean? But again, you only get 3 strikes. So if you get 1, figure out why the fuck you got it and never do that again. Let's move on, though, because we still got a lot to go in the settings. Even though there's only 3 subsections in here, there's still a lot to talk about. So we're going to move on. The stream, we've kind of covered this a little bit before, but this is important because this is going to be how you set up your stream to be displayed. And the first thing is your stream key. This stream key is specific and unique to your Twitch channel. Do not ever show it, share it, or send it to anyone at any time under any circumstances ever. You need a stream key to be able to stream from a streaming device such as OBS on your PC, Streamlabs OBS, or whatever they call it now, Stream Elements, the OBS Live. Anything like that will need a stream key to connect from that device to your Twitch channel. If I happen to get your stream key, I can put that into my device. I can go live and I will stream on your channel. And then I will play a whole bunch of Disney things and get you copyright striked and removed. And there's nothing you can do about it because it's on your channel. It's your fault, not mine. So never, ever, ever give your stream key out. Nobody will ask for it. That matters. Twitch will never ask for it. And then, of course, you can see here, copy. I can copy my stream key without ever looking at it, displaying it, showing it. So hackers or webcam hackers and things like that. And then I can put it in my program. I click paste. Boom, it's done. Click connect and you're good to go. Of course, now we're getting into the version 6 API of Twitch where you don't even need the stream key. You just need the authorization. So if you haven't seen, I have a setup video for how to go live on Twitch within 15 minutes. It covers downloading and installing OBS Studio and connecting it to Twitch. and it shows you exactly how to do that without needing the stream key, which is great because it actually uses a lot of extra information. You can bring in like your chat and your activity feed and stuff like that from Twitch into OBS directly. So there's a lot of benefits to that, and stream keys are probably going to end up going away eventually, but for now they're still there. Don't show them. All right, let's look at the toggles now and our different choices that we have. Disconnect protection. If something happens, you get a little power surge, or your Wi-Fi goes out, or your internet dips or whatever, and you lose your connection between your PC and Twitch. With this enabled, Twitch will put up a screen that says you're having difficulties. It's like the little "not this way" emote and then a little reconnecting symbol, and it will display that for 90 seconds. So it'll keep your stream active and give you a minute and a half to get your shit together, reboot your PC or whatever you got to do, and get back to live before you start losing all of your visitors and your viewers. I highly recommend that you leave this one enabled, just because it does give you that minute and a half to kind of reconnect or get your Wi-Fi stable again, so that you don't or lose a lot of viewers. However, if you have a lower end PC, you may need to turn this off, because it does use a major encoder, and basically it's a constant check between your computer and Twitch going, are you live? Are you live? Are you live? Are you live? And it can be really CPU intensive. And it takes like a graphics card encoder to work properly. So if you don't have that, you may want to disable that. Otherwise, leave it on. All right. The mature content, obviously, this does not grant you permission to show your naked body, be lewd, rude, or anything that involves sexual activity, threats, or extreme violence. However, if you are geared towards a more mature audience, enable this. If you like to cuss a lot, if you like to joke around with sexual in nature, your hot tub streamers, whatever the fuck those people are doing, those kind of things, you want to enable this. Twitch is open to people that are 13 or older, and they may not have parents that appreciate your content, and if the kid ends up on it, you can get in a lot of trouble unless you have it enabled. So on a mature content, basically what it does is it will enable a thing over your video that says you agree that this is mature content and you are okay with it, and then you click OK. It's kind of a cover your ass. It's a CYA that says, hey, this kid got upset. His mom's now yelling at Twitch to take me offline because I said fuck 14 times in 37 seconds and she didn't like that. But I protected myself because I have mature content and it's listed, and your kid had to click through that to get to see me in the first place. That's on your fault. That's your fault for not watching your kid closer or whatever. Basically, but it's just a cover your ass for little things like that. Again, it does not give you permission to do things against the terms of service. So don't click that and then be like, ooh, I can get nude shots. No, you can't. Don't send nudes ever. Okay. The next one is latency mode. Now, what is latency mode? This is basically a buffering option. And if you have Netflix or Disney Plus or anything like that, you know what buffering is. Basically, the video comes in and your system holds it for a second. And it says, wait. And then it counts how much information is there. And then it says, okay, you know what? I have enough information there. Now we can send it on to be viewed while I collect more. And then you collect more. And then it says, okay, now you go through. And that way, if you lose internet for a split second, or again, a power outage or whatever, it's a delay up to like a couple of minutes in some cases, but usually it's like 10 to 20 seconds worth of buffering up to a few minutes. And then that way you don't notice that there's a lack of anything because it's stored back in the back end, and then it's given to you while more is being stored, and then this is given to you while more is being stored, and it's a continuous process. Low latency minimizes how much is buffered, and it's normally about 2 to 3 seconds. So this is what you want in most cases, low latency, because this is when you are interacting with your chat. So if something happens in your game and chat goes, wow, man, that was a good shot. You got a headshot on a guy from 400 meters. Holy crap, that was incredible. You're the greatest of all time ever. Ah! And you see that and you go, yeah, man, I know. I'm the greatest ever. This is why I play this game and why you're here watching me, because I am so cool. That 3-second buffer allows that to happen in near real time. If you are having internet issues and you need that buffer, you can come in and click on normal latency, which adds between like 30 seconds to 90 seconds of buffering. So now I get my cool headshot. A minute and a half later is when chat actually sees it. And then they say, oh my God, you're the greatest ever. Blah, 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 blah. That was a cool headshot. Meanwhile, you're in the lobby because the game is over and you're like, what fucking headshot are you talking about? And by the time you've responded to that response, it's another minute and a half. So it's not really good for real-time communications, which is why low latency is preferred. Normal latency is good if you're doing something that doesn't involve chat. So if like you have chat disabled, or you're not responding to a chat, like you're doing a cooking stream or you're outside IRL doing something where you're not, oh, I'm actively involved with chat, you can turn normal latency on and it will help the stream run smoother, but it's not great for chat. So balance that with you. All right. The next one is the copyrighted audio warnings. Leave this turned on. When this happens, basically what happens, that remember that bot that checks every VOD for shit I told you about? If that's enabled and they find something, they're going to go, oh my God, we've got a copyright warning here. They're going to delete the VOD or block the VOD, unpublish it, and they're not going to let you post any more VODs. And they're going to send you an alert, a notification that says, dude, some shit just went down and your shit's wrong. You got big problems. You need to fix them. Basically, this toggle makes Twitch proactive in preventing you from getting a copyright strike. So if something were to happen that would cause a normal copyright strike, it's basically taken offline until you can review and fix it. And then once you do, you're all good to go and everything's back to normal. Make sure that's checked. The VOD settings, like we talked about the VODs, the storing past broadcasts, you have to enable the VOD feature for them to be. So just because you go live doesn't mean you have a VOD. You have to come here, settings, stream, VOD settings, enable this toggle right here. Always publish a VOD. Yep. We want to, every stream we do, we want it to become a VOD. And again, you can see right here, automatically saves for up to 14 days. It's 60 days for Twitch partners, Twitch Turbo, and Amazon Prime users. So those three. Otherwise, you only get it for 2 weeks. So again, if you have Amazon Prime account, link it to your Twitch account, get the extra storage. You're going to thank me later. You can thank me by going to Bearded Ink on Twitch and using that Prime gift sub that you get every month. A little shameless self-promotion. Anyway. So you always publish. You don't have to always publish a VOD. You can choose whether to, but that's a big pain in the butt. It's easier to go in and delete one or unpublish than it is to add one. So always publish your VODs. You can exclude categories. So again, if you're doing like, again, Fall Guys and Fortnite and Dead by Daylight, but then say on Fridays you want to do a just chatting where you're just going to sit there and talk to your viewers, that's cool. But that may not be VOD worthy. Like nobody's going to go and rewatch you talking to people in the past since they can't interact with that live, right? So you can come in here and say, anytime I do a just chatting, right, boom, we are going to exclude that from becoming a VOD. So everything will be a VOD except when you stream under the just chatting category. And that's done automatically for you. There are reasons to do that. I don't really have any, but again, that like the just chatting is an example. You may come up with other reasons. Maybe you don't want your Fortnite play to be a VOD. Maybe you don't want your Fall Guys stuff. I don't know what it is. Whatever your reasoning is, that's how you do it. Quick and easy. Exclude it by category. The clips, again, we want clips of our channel. Clips are probably the one thing that makes Twitch stand out above any other platform aside from the extreme popularity at the moment. It's because of clips. Clips are great. You can share them. They're quick little 30 to 60-second snippets of cool things that have happened in your stream, but they have to be enabled. They're not enabled by default. Make sure you come to settings, stream, clip settings, enable this toggle, and now clips can be created from your stream or VODs, both. Okay, and that's very important because you can make a clip live or from a VOD, which is, again, if you have your VODs enabled and you are an Amazon Prime, you now have 60 days to go back and make clips of your channel to post on YouTube and TikTok and Instagram or wherever you want to do. Again, we have the different things. You can exclude clips based on category. I don't know why you would ever do this, because you never know when something cool, funny, hip, or amazing is going to happen in your stream, and so if I say, I don't want just chatting again, right, and then you're just chatting and Mr. Beast comes by and donates, $10,000, you would want that as a clip, right, saved forever, because that VOD's going to disappear in 60 days or whatever. Make a clip of that. So because you never know what's going to happen in your stream, I wouldn't exclude clips from any category. You can say that only followers can make a clip. So not just anybody that happens to be at your stream, they have to follow you. And then you can say any follower. They have to follow you for 10 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, up to 3 months before they can make a clip. Don't make it difficult for people to find you or use your services. The easier it is for them to interact with you, the longer they will stay interacting with you. Don't make it difficult. You're going to just push people away. Okay. And then subscriber only. So if you only want your subscribers to be able to make clips of your channel, which I don't know why you would ever do that, you can enable this toggle here, and there you go. Okay, let's move on. We still got a lot to go. Permissions. Remember I talked about editors as one of the roles earlier, right? People can make you a manager or an editor of their channel, and when you do, you'll see those channels here. So these will be the ones that you have the editor role, and once you have that editor role, you can come here, click on their thing, and that's where you access their dashboard panel through your editor window, which is very, very bad. Don't ever do that. And then people who can stream to your channel. If you don't want to give somebody your primary stream key, which you do not ever want to do, you can come down here. You can come here, you can give an email address, and you can send them an invite, and Twitch will create their own stream key that also links to your account. Again, I don't know why you would want to do this. Roommates, maybe a husband and wife team or a partnered team that, one goes live on Monday, one goes live on Tuesday. They both go live together on Wednesday, but they only want to have one account. This is how you would set that up. If you're using one computer, it doesn't really matter, but it is there. So if you want somebody to be able to stream through your channel, this is where you would do that. And Twitch will handle all of that. They will send them the email with the full instructions, their own stream key on how to set it up with their program. And then all you have to do is enable it. And then once they are there, and then if you have a falling out and the divorce finally goes final, you can take away their permission here by clicking on their name. Raids. Raids are another big part of Twitch. I am sure you are aware, and that is when you or another streamer takes their audience, says, I'm ending my stream, but before we go, we are all going to go as a group over to watch this streamer. And then you come in. Raids are exciting, and they're great when you get them and they come in, and you're like, oh my God, thank you so much for the raid. It only happens if you allow it, okay? So if you're not getting raided, come in here, settings, stream, scroll down to raids, and make sure that you do not have raids blocked or only raids from teammates and follow channels. You want to allow all raids. Now, if you don't want to allow all raids, that's fine. Especially with last year's big hate raid thing going on. This was kind of Twitch's answer to it. So you can only allow raids from teammates if you are on a team, or from channels that you follow. Notice, you follow, not that follow you. Okay, a big difference. Or you can block all raids. For the most part, the hate raid thing is basically over. I know some people are still having a small issue with it, but it's real quick and easy to ban and delete people, especially if you have a good mod or a good bot. And we don't want to block raids from people that may be looking to raid a fellow streamer or a smaller streamer that they don't know yet, you know. And if I got to raid somebody that is following me, that's going to drastically limit who I can possibly raid. So think about it. If it appeals to you, leave all raids on. You're probably not going to have that big of an issue with it anymore. And then the final thing on the stream section is the drops. There will be a toggle here once you stream for the first time. It says enable drops. You'll want to enable that. And we're going to cover drops, as you can see down here in the viewer rewards section later on in the next part. But remember this part, and I'll remind you then too. This section will have a toggle that you can click on. Moving forward onto the channel section may look really familiar. We've been here before, right? Yes, we have. But we're also going to talk about it now. I'm not going to cover the about section anymore because we've done that now 3 times, but this is where it's at. The branding, though, we are going to cover. Branding, once again, here's another option to change your profile picture. That makes 4 places. And you can pick your profile accent color. Now, as you can see, this is the accent color around the edges of your video player, your panels when they hovered over and they kind of pop up, or the edge of your screen when viewed on the mobile app or the web browser. You can change that color. Here's some predefined colors that you can pick, or if you know your hex code, you can click on it. You can type it in. So if I want like a gray, all right, I can do a 99999, and there's like a gray color. I can also do all C's, right? That's another lighter gray color, whatever you like. If you want all blues and reds, you know, you can make up your own, whatever. Default to the Twitch purple is always there. But make sure you click Save Changes. You can see I need to save that, and there now it'll be this blue color. The profile banner. This repeating my name or your username thing background is the default. If you want to change that, and again, this is what, let me show you, this is what appears behind here. So here you see the robot bearded, robot bearded, robot bearded, all back there, right? Here's the highlight color on the about section. The highlight color is blue, so this is blue. You can't really see it now, but it will appear around all of these little things. But this back here, this is your profile banner. So we're on my profile page. This is my profile banner. This is what we want to change if you want to change it. Notice it does recommend a size of 1200 by 480, which is a really weird rectangle. So it's not like your normal size. It's not like a YouTube background or a Facebook background. And you only get JPEG, PNG, or GIF. The GIF ones are not animated. Okay, so it'll only be the first frame. If you do an animated GIF, keep that in mind. But here's where you would do it. You can click upload, pick the image, and then save. The player banner, this is what displays. So if I were to go here and show you my channel, and there's my chat, I'm offline, right? And if I get rid of all this back here, it's all black, right? You see that? That's because I don't have a video player banner. But back here on my video player is right here, but I'm offline. I'm not playing, I'm not live. And so this is where it would be. Now let me show you one. My main page, oops, has one. So let's just go to my channel, and then there's my profile banner, right? The background one. But if I go to, let's open chat, and there's my chat. Okay. And then I close all this. Here's my offline banner. So when I'm offline, this is what you would see on the mobile app, or if you come here and you open up chat, and everything. This is where you would go, and this is what you would see. And this is the difference between the profile banner and the video player banner. The video player banner, again, is the one, your offline image. So why have two different ones? Well, the the profile banner, the background, is also shown on your followers list. So when remember, if you remember on our community, we had our followers list. Here's the background, right? Here's the background. This is your profile banner. As you can see, it's not my offline image. It's my profile image. So a lot of people use these, and they'll also have they'll have, frame it up so that their streaming schedule is shown on here, things like that. So depending on how you want to handle that, I only have mine set up on my main page. When we go back to my main page, there, so that it shows my running man and my name at the bottom here. I don't worry about it because it is covered up by all of this other stuff, right? So I'm not going to make it too wild and crazy. Right. Channel. Brand. There we go. Now we're back. So that's the difference between the video player banner and the profile banner, just so you know. But you can upload both of those right here. Now the schedule is another important thing. This is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You can create a schedule. And then again, this is new as of May 2022, that the time zone is localized. So when your viewers look at your schedule, they will see the time when you were going live or whatever in their local time. And when you create the schedule, it is in your local time, which is a nice touch, because then you don't have to go, oh, I'm streaming at 9 p.m. my time, which is going to be 6 a.m. your time, whatever. So to make a schedule, though, we're going to add a stream. You're going to give it a title. This is title and category is all optional, but highly recommended. So let's say we're going to do horror games this week. Whatever. And we're going to play Phasmo, I guess. I don't know. I'm just whatever comes to the top of my head. And so that's the category, the game, or the category, just chatting, whatever it is. The time here is the time that you plan to start. Okay, and it comes in 30-minute increments, and goes around the clock, from AM to PM. So let's say I want to start at 9 a.m. I would scroll here, and I'm going to start at 9 a.m. Okay, and then how long do I want to stream for? I want to stream for hours and minutes, and this is important. They are separate. So let's say I only want to go 4.5 hours. Cool. I go 4 hours here, 15, 30, 45 minutes here. So we're going to go 4.5 hours from 9 a.m., right? So that's going to be 10, 11, 12, 1:30 in the afternoon. And we're going to do this every Tuesday. Now, you see that the save change once I did the time and the frequency. And notice the frequency is you can only pick one day. You can't pick I'm going to do this every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So if you are going to do it every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, you want to come down here and check add another. And then you click save. And this is going to save the stream for that schedule, but it's going to leave this pop-up open. And now I can also do it on Wednesday. Save. And I can do it on Monday. And I already have a stream scheduled, so you're going to get that alert. But I can do it on Monday and save. And then when you're done, then you can just close it out. And then as you can see, horror games this week, right? Fast 9 to 1:30. And that's my time. Now, if I were to change my time zone to Argentina or London, it would say that time for those time zones. And then you can do that for every day of the week or wherever you are. If you decide, you know what, I'm not going to stream this week, you come in here, click on vacation mode. We're going to start today. We're going to end it in a week. Save that. And then my schedule is going to say, here's what he would have played, but we're on vacation. Come back on this day. And then, of course, you can delete. You're like, the schedule is not working for me. I want to create a new one. Delete the entire schedule. Yes. And then it starts all over blank. Now, once you have a schedule, you can export it to your calendar of choice. If you use the Google Calendar, you just click on this button and it'll send it out. And then you can share that Google Calendar anywhere you like. If you're on iOS, Outlook, Thunderbird, or any other calendar program, I even think Calendly and some of the other ones out there uses, it uses the WebCal API. You just get this, click this link, it'll link to your created schedule, and then you can post that on your devices there to get the schedule anywhere else you need. And that's basically it for the schedule. So the featured content is the last tab on the channels tab, and we're going to cover that now. So now we're going to talk about the featured content. Now, featured content is when you're on your main page, and I'm going to go back here. Let's go back to my main page. You can see here, Robot Bearded suggests these streamers. Of course, it's going to suggest me, Bearded Inc., right? I don't have any live videos to display, but I can show you on my main page. Here we go. I have, I have my videos. I have my recently streamed categories. I have my suggested streamers, that kind of thing. And what happens is this is all featured content. So auto host, if you don't know, you can host other channels. And if you're a non-affiliate, hosting is great because those hosted views actually go towards your average view to become an affiliate. And then, so yes, I want to auto host channels. That means if you're offline and you have channels in your auto host list, which we will cover in just a second, and that person goes live, your channel and people coming to your channel can watch the other streamer through your channel. So you're hosting them like, I'm not using my TV, you use it, basically, right? And then the auto host priority will display channels in an order personalized to each viewer, or the preferred method is to display channels in the order they appear in the list. And we're going to get to that list in a moment, which is actually next, but you're going to have a list of viewers that you can add to your auto host. And then you can either say, show them in this order. So if two of them are live, for example, at the same time, your auto host will show the first one in the list, basically is what it is. So here, my auto host list only contains Bearded Inc., but you remember our good friend Disney. I can spell Disney Dork 222. This is her. We can add her to the auto host list. She's added now. We can come in here and we can add Assorted Marbles because he's a great guy, does my binaural beats sounds here on YouTube, so check that out. But then you see how when I hover over them, my cursor changes to the 4-point arrow. It means I can drag them around. This is the auto host list order that it's talking about. So if I move Assorted Marbles above Disney Dork now, when Bearded Inc. is not live and Robot Bearded, which is this account, is not live, and Assorted Marbles goes live, then they're going to show Assorted Marbles stream right here in this video player. Automatically. I don't have to do anything. But if Disney's live and Assorted Marbles is not live, then they're going to show Disney stream right here, which is great. But if they're both live, then it's going to show in order of this list. So which means Assorted Marbles in this case would be shown over Disney. And that's what these two buttons do. So display channel in order on a list that they appear, the way they appear on the list. Check that, boom, done. You're good to go. You can add as many as you want. I don't suggest you do more than like 5 or 6 at a time, just because it keeps things compact and simple. So your recently streamed categories, again, if we look at my main page, you can see that I have those. Here you go. Phasmo, Ghost X, Don't Knock Twice, Malum. We got some Backrooms, Elder Scrolls. It fills up the screen. So if my screen's smaller, it's only going to show 4, 5, whatever it is. But we're going to go back here. So this will populate once you start streaming, and every category that you stream in will have one listed here. You can actually remove them. So if you don't want people to know that I streamed in, where to go? I streamed Malum the other day, right? And it was a one-time thing, and I really hated the game, and I'm never going to do that again. But it's going to be there until I knock it off the list. No, you can come here, click on it, delete it from the list. It won't be there anymore. The streamer shelf, that is this thing here where it shows who I suggest. That's my streamer shelf, and those little sections are called shelves. Now you know. It can be your auto host list, your team members, or disabled completely. If you're not on a team, leave it on auto host. And then again, there's an edit, and that takes you back into your auto host list that we got up here. But just make sure you save after everything you do. Save there. And now we're done with that. We're going to go to the final section for part 3. And that is, we're going to go to the settings and moderation. This is a single page, but it is a lot going on. There's a lot of things, a lot of toggles. So let's go over it quickly. The auto mod. If you are a streamer on Twitch and you do not have a chat bot, whether it be Nightbot, Mix It Up Bot, Streamer.bot, the Stream Elements or Streamlabs chat bots that come, then you need AutoMod. But I highly recommend that you do not use AutoMod. The thing is sensitive, like a newborn baby. Very, very sensitive. It cries at everything. So as you can see here, my level 0 AutoMod is off. I recommend that you play around with it to get to know it, but you're going to soon see that AutoMod holds chat messages more often than it should, and you or your actual mods are going to spend more time dealing with AutoMod than you are with your chat. It's a big pain in the butt, but if you don't have anything else, it's better than nothing. So you can select what you can turn it on, and basically it looks for keywords, bad words, links, that kind of thing. Like, hey, I have known it to automatically block the word bacon before. So again, you're going to spend more time dealing with AutoMod than you will with anything else. But if you need it, you need it. So you can block terms. You can enter words like, I don't want the word, vagina to be used in my chat, or eggs Benedict, or bacon, I guess. Apparently you can type that in, right? And you add it to the block terms. So now anytime anyone uses bacon in Robot Bearded's chat, it will not display. Auto mode will block it, and it'll show up as dots. Okay. And then of course you make a mistake. Oh, I'm just kidding. People can talk about bacon. You can delete it, edit it, whatever. Same thing with the permitted terms. So if you know AutoMod is blocking bacon for whatever fucking reason, you can come in here and say, no, AutoMod, bacon is okay. We can talk about bacon. And then if you're like, oh, you know what? No, I made a mistake. I realize that bacon is now something else, and you're smarter than me because you're an AutoMod and I'm just a human. I'm not a lowly AI. You were right. I can delete that. But that's basically what those do. You should never have to use them. If you have a mod, a bot that's worth a damn, then you can leave this off. The suspicious user control, I have mine on level 2. Level 2 is a default level. It blocks possible and likely evaders. This is like your spam bots and you want to become famous and all those. Anybody that has anything on their computer that tries to evade ban detection will automatically be banned, and things like that. So level 2 is a great level to have it on, which means likely evaders are restricted, possible evaders are monitored. You can change those and it'll change that level. But again, level 2 is good enough. And once again, if you ban people, their listing will show up here. You can also come in here after a stream and go, you know what, Disney Dork, she was just a real pain in the butt today. I'm going to ban her. And you can type her name in there. Don't ban Disney Dork. She's really great. Moving on. The chat options. In your chat, you can block hyperlinks. Now, remember, we had our VIPs in the role manager. Remember what I told you about VIPs? VIPs can always post links, even if this is on. So be careful who you make a VIP and make sure that they understand that they have the ability to post links, but not to abuse it. So this again, and it tells you right here, channels chat will automatically delete posted URLs except for ones posted by you, your moderators, any admins, and of course the VIPs. And then you can do the non-mod chat delay. Basically, if you are having a very busy chat and you have a human moderator that's looking for keywords and things, you go, oh, you need extra time to handle that. So you come in here and give them 2, 4, or 6 seconds. And basically when somebody chats in your chat window, they text, you're a douche and your gameplay is horrible, suck my dick. And they hit send. It's actually captured and held, and only you and the moderator can see that message for however long you have in this drop down, 2, 4, 6 seconds. And that gives the mod enough time to go, no, delete that message, or allow it, and it'll go through if your mods really hate you. But basically, yeah, that gives them more time for the suspicious chats to get before the rest of your chat sees it. Okay, so the channel privileges is actually a big one. This is new as like January, February is when they started doing this. It was part of their answer to the big hate raid thing that was going on. But default is to turn everything on for everybody, and it's a real big pain in the ass. Again, especially for a non-affiliate. If you are worried about the hate raids and the hate speech and the bad people that are out there in the world every day around you coming to your Twitch channel, there are better ways to handle it. What you do in Twitch should be simple, easily accessible, and inviting at all times. If you want to prevent those other things from happening, there are better things out there to do. Nightbot, StreamerBot, any of your bots, a human moderator. These things are 10 times better than anything built into Twitch. So just be careful. I'm going to tell you right now, you do have the ability to turn on follower only chat, which means people have to follow you before they can say hi in your chat. If you have this enabled, disable your Twitch account and go get another hobby. We're going to cover it in just a moment where this thing is. But if you enable this feature, you're not welcoming. You don't want people to chat with you. You are here for numbers or to be by yourself. And either way, it's not good. So, with the channel privileges and my little soapbox rant over-ish, you do want to verify. Now, remember when we were setting up earlier and we covered up that you can have multiple accounts made from either your phone number or your email address? Remember how email address was mandatory? That is because everybody that has a Twitch account must have a verified email. Everybody, you have to. So, on the chat verification, all chatters must have verified email. Click that. Yes. Because otherwise, it's not a real Twitch account or it's a bot. And if they don't have a verified email, they're not real, right? So, block them. Phone verification is optional. I don't have to link my phone to Twitch. I choose to, but I don't have to. Not a lot of people do. Some people don't even have a phone that is capable of linking to a Twitch account, right? Or they don't have their permission from their parents or whoever owns that phone. So why would you prevent that person from being able to come into your chat and hang out with you just because you're scared they may potentially one day be hateful, right? So no. Phone number verification left off. Now, if you do these two, email on for all chatters, phone number off for all chatters, you're golden. Okay? You know how many hate raids and bad things and the because I am an LGBTQ ally that I get on a daily basis? None. None. Because I have other things that control that for me, right? And you can too, for free. And we'll cover those in other tutorials. But you want to make it as simple as possible for somebody to find your channel and go, hey, let me say hello to this person. And if you have to make them go and verify their phone and verify their email, which they should have already done, and jump through all these hoops, they're not going to for you. They're not. You're not Ninja. You're not, these high-end streamers. You're not Pokimane, okay? They're not going to do all of this shit for you. They're going to go, I'm going to find somebody else. Make it as easy as possible for people to come and say hello to you. That's it. That's your only goal. Now, if you decide you want to do all this shit, you can exempt your subscribers, your VIPs, and moderators. But let's just leave all this. Just like I said, all chatter, email on, no chatter for phone verification. You're done. The chat rules, this is what you have when somebody does come to your chat. The first time that they click on that chat link, and it's going to pop up and say, do you agree to these rules? Keep them short, keep them sweet. Nobody wants a big, giant fucking wall the size of their screen full of rules of what they can and cannot do in your chat. People know how to use a chat. People have been using chat since AOL back before probably you were born. Okay? Short, simple. Don't be a dick. Follow my rules that are on my page. Be nice to everybody. Don't backseat. Don't tell me how to play a game. Pick two of those. Go with it, right? So we're going to go here. Don't be a dick. All right. Say hello and be friendly. Save. That's our rules. That's it. Because you can ban anybody, okay? So, now when I go to my page and I go to click on chat, that's going to come up and people are going to have to say, don't be a dick, say hello and be friendly, okay, before they can chat. That's the only blockade they should have between saying hello to you and leaving, right? Follower only and all that bullshit, ugh. Now, once we've got the chat rules established, you can have unban requests. Turn this on. Enable it, because if you ban somebody, you want them to be able to have the ability to give you their side of the story. And this is how they do that. Once somebody has been banned, they will have the opportunity to say, hey, this is what happened. This is what I meant. I'm sorry, blah, 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 whatever their reasoning or excuses are. And then you can choose to ignore them and keep the ban in place, or accept the unban request and unban that person and allow them back into your chat. The cooldown period, you can choose how many minutes, hours, days, or even months before they are able to send you that unban request. I think it defaults to like a minute. Set it to 10 or 15 minutes. You want these people to be able, oh my God, I just got banned. They're going to be so mad. And their unban request is going to be like full of, fuck you, you stupid fuck. Right? You don't want that. Give them time to take a breath, go somewhere else on Twitch, have a breather, get a drink, go pee, come back and go, you know what? I see why he unbanned me. Let me send him a message saying I'm sorry. Or he was totally wrong. He got the wrong idea. Let me try to explain it. And give them that time to cool down so that their unban request is actually well thought out and can be approved or not. Followers only mode. Leave this off. If you turn it on to followers and set it to any of these dates or times, close down this video and leave. Bye. I don't miss you. Okay. Moving on. Moderator tools in chat. This is a private thing. This is for your moderators. When they are in chat, if you have this enabled, they can use the timeout, the ban. They can view the chat and ban histories and all that right on their screen. And they don't have to enter anything extra. They don't have to go to a different link or anything like that. It's all right there. If you have moderators or you are a moderator, enable this on your thing and enjoy life. Okay, so that covers the settings section. Viewer rewards. As a non-affiliate, you are only going to have one option here, and that's the drops. Once you become affiliate, you will also have the option for your channel points and emotes. Those will show up here as well. But for now, you're a non-affiliate. That's the dashboard we are looking at. You only have the drops. You're going to have a toggle, enable drops. Anybody can enable drops. Any streamer, whether you're a non-affiliate, affiliate, a partner, it doesn't matter. You can have drops enabled. But what are drops? Okay. Essentially, a drop is when a game developer works with Twitch to say, hey, if somebody watches one of your streamers for X amount of time while they're playing our game, we're going to give that viewer a surprise, a present, right? And all they have to do is then link their account for the game to Twitch, and they get the drop. And all you do as a streamer is gain more viewers. It's a win-win-win-win-win for everybody all the way around. The viewer gets rewarded for watching your stream while you play that game. The game developer gets rewarded by having new people learn about the game. You get rewarded by having new viewers come and hang out for the duration, and Twitch wins because they get money from the game developers or whatever. So enable this. Now remember, if you remember, we had the settings before, and I told you, what was the stream? At the very bottom, there was that toggle down here too, right? Make sure that both of them are enabled. Now this won't show up for me, any new accounts. It probably will look like this. If you are on an older account, say, I think it's 6 months from, so February of 2022 or older, you're going to have this little toggle down here that says enable drops on the stream settings. This is a leftover from when Twitch did a major dashboard update early on in 2022. I don't know why they forgot to take it out, but they did. They moved the drops from the stream settings to the viewer rewards part. And this toggle here is also on the stream settings at the bottom that we covered in part 3. Just make sure both of them are enabled because they will both need to be enabled for drops to work. So once we have the drops enabled, now we go down here. Okay, what are our open campaign? A campaign is a game that you can play or a game that you can watch somebody else stream and earn that drop. So for Roller Champion, for example, we click on it. So about this drop here, it's the S1 launch of Roller Champions. It is active from Monday, the 20th of June at 11 a.m. until Monday, the 18th of July at 11 a.m. 2022. And then here's what happens. If somebody watches you play Roller Champions, they can get a Loot Ball S1 launch or Disco Skates. I don't know what those are. I don't play this game, but bear with me. So this is what they earn. This is what people earn by watching you play this game. So what happens? You, as a streamer, need to connect your Twitch account with the account for Roller Champion, and you need to play Roller Champions, go live, and make sure that on your stream manager, the stream category is set to Roller Champions. Once you have all of that done, drops will be enabled, and then your community must watch you play Roller Champions for 2 hours, and they get the Loot Ball. If they watch you for another 2 hours, they get the Disco States. So that's 4 hours. If people are interested in earning these rewards and you're playing Rollerball or whatever, Roller Champions, and you're playing this, right? And you stream it for at least 4 hours, that incentivizes the community to come watch you because they can earn both rewards in one stream, and then you get that extra viewer for that entire time. But the campaigns change. They have start and end dates and times. Some of them only go for a day. Some of them are for a month or longer. Most of them are for about a week, 3 to 5 days to 7 days in that range. But some of them are much longer. Like you saw this Roller Champion, that's almost a month. Okay. But these are the games that have drops enabled. And like one of the popular ones, obviously, is like Smite. Fortnite is a big one. Genshin Impact they're usually always on here. Paladins, they have one that's ongoing. This is drop 22, week 2. I mean, they've been doing these drops for bounty coins for forever, basically. So you can find a game on here. So like if you play one of these games, if you're going down here, oh, World of Warships, I play that. So here's one. Week 4 and week 5 are still active. So it tells you what you have to do, which basically means play the game, make it your stream title or your category, and go live for at least this long. So here you go, the dates. So the 2 that are still active, got to watch for 4 hours to get that one, and watch for an hour and a half to get that one. These last 2 here. So the 5.5 hours of people watching you play this game so they can earn rewards. But these change as you go along. You'll see, like, there's no Fortnite one now. They just ended one. But next week there might be a Fortnite one if you play Fortnite. Dead by Daylight. But you can check back often and go, you know what? I haven't played Genshin Impact in a while. They do have a new drop out. Let's go ahead and play Genshin and see if we can get some viewers to come in to earn rewards. And then the viewers come, they like the way you play, or they like your personality, and they stick around longer. It's a great way to find new community members by giving them rewards for coming to watch you. And it's simple. I mean, you saw, all you gotta do, enable it and then follow whatever instructions. Okay, moving on to streaming tools. This is basically just a list and links to third-party outlets to help you go live. So there's the broadcasting applications. This is going to be Twitch Studio, OBS, which is Open Broadcaster Studio, and Streamlabs. There's Lightstream, Melon, XSplit, and Gamecaster. Now, which one do I recommend? Because I am the end-all, be-all, right, of it. Yeah, I'm not, but OBS should be the only streaming broadcasting application that you use on your PC. Now, if you're on a PlayStation or an Xbox streaming, it's going to be different. But from the PC, OBS is the epitome. First of all, it's free. It's open source. So it's not only free in cost, but it's free and community supported. It is a great tool, great application, and it has everything that you need plus some. There are other ones out there that are not on this list, like Polypop and things like that are new and coming out. But OBS is going to be the one. Now, it does have a high learning curve in the very beginning, which is what makes like Streamlabs and then the Stream Elements, the OBS.live, more user-friendly at the very beginning, but they are limited in what they can and cannot do. So as you learn and as you grow as a streamer, you're going to go, I really wish I had the ability for this to happen. And you're going to look it up on Google and you're going to go, oh, OBS already has that ability, or it's so simple to make happen in OBS, but it doesn't happen in Streamlabs. It doesn't happen in Twitch Studio. I can't do that in XSplit. OBS has that ability, or has a plugin or an add-on or an LUA script that enables that ability. Take the time now to learn OBS. I have full tutorials on that, because you're going to end up switching to it in the future anyway. You might as well only learn one program and learn it once, instead of having to learn Streamlabs and then learn OBS. Why? Don't take the time. So you can come here to this page. You can see what your options are. There are other ones, of course, like I mentioned, Polypop and some other ones. And then it takes you through a link to go get the program and download it. It has a little setup guide for most of these to tell you kind of how to get it linked to Twitch. But it's all fairly simple in any way. There are mobile broadcasting, the Twitch app. You can live stream directly from the Twitch app. Omelet and the Streamlabs apps are a little bit better. But it is an extra app. It is more things running on your phone. So if your phone isn't that powerful, you might want to stick only with the Twitch app. And then, of course, there's more broadcasting tools. So there's soundtracks by Twitch. This is all DMCA free music that you can play on your stream. There are other sources, of course, but here's a quick one. Stream Elements is they're in charge of the OBS Live. This is another, Muxy, the Opera event, and then Owned Pro, their big thing, the overlays and all that for not free. They do have free ones, of course, and they got music and all that. Owned Pro is pretty cool if you're just starting out. But if you're looking for free, their free ones aren't really the best. You're better off spending 15 to 20 bucks and hiring somebody on Fiverr or Etsy to do something unique for you. But that's that part. So those streaming tools, like I said, basically it's just little things you can do. Click on to get the app or the program or the tool, and then learn how to add it to your Twitch streams. The extensions is a big thing. Extensions bring interactivity into your chat and your community. It allows them to interact with you on a whole different way. The most popular ones, obviously, are like Sound Alerts and Blurp, where people can pay bits once you're an affiliate to play sounds. There are free sounds, so that you non-affiliates can use them too. The stream stickers is actually pretty big. They just slap little stickers that appear up on your screen while you're playing for everybody to see. But note that most extensions are either designed to help the gameplay, right? Be it like a tracker, or something like that, or they're there. They are there to promote interactivity between you and your chat. So while you're concentrating on getting that headshot to get the VR in Fortnite, your chat can be doing something that's more productive. But there are literally thousands of extensions that you can use. So you find one that you like, and like the Sound Alerts, click on Install, and then it's going to go to the My Extensions panel. Oh, my dog. The Discovery panel is where you search for them. You can search by name. If you know what the name of the extension you want is, you can browse by their categories. So loyalty and recognition, streamer tools, music, polling and voting, things like that. Or you can just scroll down and see, here's some, and take a look. When you find a couple that you like, you click on the install button next to them. Stream stickers, for example, install, and you say install, but it's not technically installed. It's basically installed to your Twitch page. So that's what the My Extensions is for. So if we go here, so you see I got the Prime Sub and Loot Reminder. I have Sound Alerts. I got the stream stickers. They're installed, but they're not activated. So we have a couple things that we have to do. First thing we need to do is decide where we're going to put them. And there are basically 3 spots, and not all apps use all spots. So you can see here, we have a component or an overlay for the Prime subscription and Loot Reminder. A component is when you're watching the video, and if you hover over the video screen, it'll slide out from the right-hand side, and then you'll see the little icon. You can click on and interact with it there on the actual video screen. An overlay is when it is actually on the video screen as well, but it doesn't slide out. It's just there. Okay. And when you hover over the screen, like you're going to interact with the screen, it will show up then. And when you move your mouse away, it'll go away so you can see the video underneath. And then the other one is a panel. And the panel is what shows up on your About page below the video player. Here's what's important, though. You can have it 2 components, 1 overlay, or 3 panels. That's what you're limited to. Now, there is a way to make more panels, and I'll cover that in another tutorial. As a non-affiliate, you're really not going to use that many of these that you need to reach that limit. But there is a way to add more panels, and we'll cover that. But for now, just 1 overlay, 2 components, 3 panels. And so what we're going to do is we're going to make this one an overlay, and we say done. And then you're going to notice it moves to the activated side. So Sound Alerts, the same thing. We're going to make that a component. Yep, that's me. Authorize it. and you're going to go through some of them have automatic setup, most of them do not. So now it's over here. So I got sound alerts as a component. I have prime sub as an overlay. I have here, the stream stickers can be a component or a panel, but not an overlay. So I already have component 1, so I'm going to add these as component 2. I'm going to say yes to authorize that. And now I have all of them are activated. So what happens now? Well, you still need to configure them. Not every extension is going to have a configuration. Like the Prime Loop doesn't have a configuration, right? It doesn't. It shows you what you have to do. And as long as your Amazon Prime is set, then you're good to go. No configuration. Sound alerts, however, you're going to have to go to the Sound Alerts website, make an account if you don't already have one. You're going to have to add sounds to your to be played by the viewers. You're going to have to set whether they're going to be bits, channel points, or for free. Obviously, as a non-affiliate, they're going to be free, but you got to pick what they are and set that up. And then you got to use a browser source inside, like OBS or OBS Live. And once those are all set up, then your extension is configured and you can go live and have it active. Stream stickers, again, the same thing. You have to select what stickers you want to use. You're going to get, okay, here's your browser source. So we're going to copy that. We click finish. Okay, everything looks good. Cool. Got it. Going to take you through step by step of how to set it up, how to do it, how to enable it. Do I want, I want this one, enable that, whatever, right? But the configuration button is what I'm trying to get to point here. The little cog icon, that's going to set it up. Now, important to note, the trash can does not mean delete, which is confusing, I know. If you drop down here, you'll see I got uninstall. And you would think that if I click uninstall, it's going to move it from the activated to the installed panel over here. No, that's what the trash can does. Trash can does not delete, it deactivates. So if I don't want stream stickers anymore, I click deactivate, I say yes, right? There was an error. Of course, there's an error. It's not really an error. There we go. Refresh. And now you see that it is installed, but it's not active because I deactivated it. So the installed section are non-active and then the active. But if I were to go to my Prime overlay and I uninstall and I say yes, it's gone. It's not on the uninstalled side. Even if I refresh, it's not there. I uninstalled it. It is gone from Twitch. Not from Twitch, but from my Twitch page. If I want the Prime loot one back, I have to go back to Discovery. I have to search for it. Prime, there it is. And then I can install it again. And then I can either configure it now or continue browsing. And it's just a big pain in the butt. Oh, there we go. Now we got it back. So always click the trash can to deactivate. Uninstall means get rid of completely. Okay? But you can go through the Discovery. There are some really cool apps, especially if you like by game or for loyalty. Again, here you got social stuff. You can have your Instagram and Twitter feed show up as a panel. If you play specific games, some of them have extensions that interact with those games, like Dead by Daylight. And they'll keep little stats and trackers for you, things like that. But go have a look through, see if anything piques your interest, anything you want to have on your page or on your videos to show interaction for your viewers and make it more engaging. You'll find those here. The final two are both external links, and I'm just going to cover them quickly. The Creator Camp basically takes you to a Twitch 101 quick run through. It's basically a blog with quick things designed to get you live faster. It's not very helpful. I'm not going to lie. The Twitch 101, you're going to learn more by going live a couple of times than you will from here. There are some good articles and stuff, but basically it's going to get you overly excited about a bunch of nothing. and there's not a whole lot of content, and the content doesn't change. Like when I started streaming, these were still the same things that were fucking there. Nothing is new. So go through it once, have a quick look through. But basically it's more people that are better than us teaching us how to be like them. No, I'm kidding. But really, you're going to get a lot of things from Twitch partners that are like, here's what you should do. Okay. It's worth one look at least, but after that, not so much. The Safety Center is another external link. This helps you be protected. Like we were talking earlier about the hate raids and all that shit that go down. The Safety Center is what information about what Twitch is doing about shit like that. Things that you can do inside your Twitch dashboard, which we've already covered to make it better, and how to report, how they enforce it, how to moderate. Again, it's great that Twitch has this information out there and shows you what they can do, what they are doing, and what you can do to help them, and help yourself as well. And they have a lot of resources and stuff like that. It's worth a look. You're not going to spend a whole lot of time here, though. But that's it. That is the Twitch creator dashboard. So thank you again for hanging out with me for so long. I really appreciate it. I am Bearded Ink. If you want to follow me on Twitch, I am live every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday afternoons. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Leave me a comment below if you felt that you learned something, or if you have a further question, if you want more clarification, just let me know and I'll do my best to help you out. Again, all the links for all the parts are in below. And if you like to read while you're watching or listening or following along, if you like to read while you're doing all that, 1445.com, my new website. Each part has its own section on the blog, and you can go along and read along with it there. But again, next time, guys, we're going to do another tutorial. I'm going to talk more in depth about the emotes and external emote sites. So look forward to that. I will put that video up here or here somewhere once it's live. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much, guys. And as always, love, peace, and chicken grease.